Here's something I've always wondered with all bands that tour and play the same songs every night, night after night. Do you actually have any of your own songs that you're just really sick of?
There are songs we don't play. Sick of, yeah. I mean, it's hard to really say that, and then I go out and turn around and do them. I guess if there's one song that, I don't know. I definitely am sick of My Immortal. I would never listen to the song by choice, but there's something really special about actually playing it to a big audience, because since everybody knows it and so many people do love it, to have everybody singing along and, I don't know, just to have that many people singing the same song at the same time is just weird, awesome, amazing, creepy feeling. So it's worth it, and it makes the song good again, but that doesn't mean I'm going to listen to it for fun.
Amy, how do you think that, all those lineup changes you guys went through back in the spring may have affected you all in your momentum and your rhythm and that kind of thing?
I feel like it's made us a lot better. I feel like before, since things were at a point that they were so bad that something like that had to happen with the lineup change, I mean, that's never something you want. It's the last resort. It's kind of like a relationship, and you try to make it work, and hopefully it does, and sometimes it just doesn't work anymore and you have to break up. But the fact that it did happen, and then now we have Will and Troy, who are such passionate players and such cool guys. When we're up there now, we're having a lot of fun. And I think when you're on stage and you're in a rock band and you're playing in front of like 10,000 people, you should be having fun. And I think that has made the show a lot better and given the show the ability to really grow and evolve. And we are, like I said, sort of changing things more often now and getting more creative with the set. Because it's not like we're limping through and having a hard time working together. We enjoy working together, and we enjoy playing. So I think it's really the kickstart that it needed and a real breath of new life.
You talked earlier about there being a little bit of sexism at radio,
right?
Getting airplay from a female artist. Is there any kind of a weird thing in your band with, you being a female and being the lead writer? Is there any kind of strangeness to that?
I think that definitely as far as just getting respect from the public as a writer was the hard part for me. I feel like I've gotten it now, but for a long time in the beginning it was a tough fight. And with Ben, definitely when Ben was in the band, because it was very important to him for some reason to prove to everyone that I wasn't doing anything and that I was just up there singing. There was some mastermind guy behind the whole thing. So by the time he left the band and we made another record and it was really good and we sort of proved everything he said wrong, I think that changed for us. And just the fact that, I don't know, the music is good.
It is. What do you think about the rest of the world, though? What is the state of the music industry? What's it like?
I think it's a little confused. I don't think, rock is dead or anything like that. We're definitely going through a weird period with, I think, the internet. Because a lot of bands are struggling, and luckily a lot of new bands that I think a lot of times we would never hear are coming through, which is cool because you can just, if you have the time and if you know what you're doing, you can go on the internet and just go to MySpace and search bands that don't have record deals, and I think that is really cool. But at the same time, labels are, I think, pushing signed artists to do things more and more and more that they wouldn't want to do and put out less music and everything else and water it down because they're so afraid of losing money. So I don't know. I don't have a ton of bands brand new that I absolutely love right now. I love Muse. We've been listening to that a ton backstage lately. They're not that new. I love them. I think they're incredible.
Amy, a lot of people are comparing Kelly Clarkson's new album to you. How do you feel about that? Is that a compliment?
I haven't heard that yet. I don't know. I haven't heard it. I've heard, I guess, the single, but that's it. So I guess I have to listen to it. I'm not a person who has Kelly Clarkson CDs in my collection, but I never want to just look at somebody and judge them and say, okay, I'm not going to buy your CD. It doesn't mean the music can't be good, so I'll check it out.
What music do you listen to?
I love Depeche Mode. I love Korn, and I love 9 Inch Nails, and I love Soundgarden so much. Why don't they get back together?
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't mean I don't listen to Marvin Gaye and love it a whole lot. So there's definitely a whole lot of music that that I embrace. It doesn't matter what genre, what feeling, as long as it's real.
Congratulations on just getting married. I know you got married in May, and then you had to pretty much, pack up and hit the road almost immediately after tying the knot with the Family Values tour. Was that rough, getting married and then just leaving?
Well, we had 1 week. We went on a honeymoon for a week. So it's not like we went straight to tour the next day, but it's not too different from that because we pretty much came back from the honeymoon, repacked our suitcases, and then went to Europe on tour. It's a little hard. It's definitely, I think it would be more normal to be at home talking about where to put the china cabinet for the first month or two. But we love it. I mean, it's fun to be able to be together and have an adventure, and who knows, how long this sort of thing is going to last and how long you're going to be able to have these kind of opportunities.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you still keep in touch with your ex from Seether?
No, unfortunately, I think keeping in touch with exes is really hard. And if you can make it work, there's probably something going on that shouldn't be going on. No, that hasn't worked for us. I don't have any hard feelings whatsoever. It's pretty old news, but no, we haven't been able to keep in touch.
Touring with Korn and everybody with the Family Values tour last summer must have been a blast. What was that like?
It's really cool to be on stage with people that you admire so much and that inspire you. I think that is actually the best thing about doing a festival, really, as an artist, is because you get to go out each day and kind of go to a show, stand on the side of the stage and watch what the other bands are doing and sort of go, oh, that's really cool. Like, I don't know, and get inspired to what you could do better. So
Evanescence just put on quite the live show. What do you think about releasing another DVD?
I think it would be cool to make a DVD. I just don't want to do it anytime really soon because we did do one on the last album. And every time we put something out, I just want it to be something new. I don't really want to kind of make the same product again. So I think we need to find a creative way of doing it so it's something different.
You sound really happy, and I'm glad. Is all the success you've achieved brought you great happiness?
I'll put it this way. I found happiness, but I definitely don't attribute it to my success. I don't mean to say that I don't appreciate the success. I'm not very, very grateful for it and glad to have it. But success will not bring you happiness. That's for sure. It has made life a lot more complicated. And a lot of music, especially when you become successful, is business. And I think that's one of the saddest things of all. And I think the hardest struggle for me is having to unplug my phone half the time and just turn off and remember that I'm an artist and I'm a musician and that's it. And I don't want to do the business all the time. And you know that when you do that, you're probably being taken advantage of because you're not on the ball. So I think the success is what makes it hard because people are constantly trying to take advantage of you. But I have found happiness by remembering to stay grounded and by remembering that success isn't the most important thing in life, and by taking chances knowing that I might lose the success, but being okay with that.
Great words to live by. Do you have any other advice for up-and-coming bands?
As for advice on just everything, the industry, oh, wow. So much advice I would go back in time and give myself. I would really just say stick to your guns and trust your instinct, because if you're the one that created the thing, then you've got to know what's best for the music. There's a lot of people that are going to tell you what will be better and how to change what you've made and how to make it more commercial and shorter and more to the point and everything, and that's not satisfying. You need to stick to what you know is the best thing, what you know sounds best and feels best to you, because chances are people out there buying records are more like you than the big guy in the office with the cigar.
Oh, my God, you are so right. Amy Lee from Evanescence, thank you so much for stopping by Cara's Basement.
Thank you. Awesome.